Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're gonna get right into it pretty quickly right now. I got a lot of things I want to work on, but first, I want to just say welcome back. If you are watching on Twitch, if you could please check out my YouTube channel as well. I'm going to be posting some videos and clips from yesterday's stream and today's stream there in the next week. Today, we're going to be playing Minecraft. As you can probably tell by the title, we're working on a castle build, and right now I'm working on some automation things to make it so I can get the materials quickly. I've got some music playing in the background, so I hope you guys like it. If you don't, I can try to find something else, but we'll see what we can do. All right, we're gonna hop into it, and that music's gonna start, so hopefully it doesn't give you a jump scare. Oh, and that means the song ends as soon as I switch over. That's cool. Oh, there we go. All right, so what? Oh, it's currently raining. No, it's not raining. It's just in the song. Good God. Okay, so what I worked on yesterday was I worked on a system for automatically harvesting stone. It's not something I really worked on previous. That's not something I've ever really done previous when I played when I was, a younger teenager. But it is, it's working pretty well. My thought is, though, I need to have a more streamlined system for turning this into back into stone, because it's all cobblestone right now, and I know that I can get an enchantment to make it so that I can mine it and it just stays a stone. But since I don't have that right now, it's easier right now to just get it's easier to get iron to make hoppers and stuff to automate in that way. I'm going to be creating an automated smelting system, which is not something I've tried before, but we're going to experiment with that today a little bit. I'm going to leave my diamond pickaxe here. Oh, I had an extra piece of iron in there. Put that with the rest of it. I got 5 pieces right now. I need 3 hoppers to do what I'm going to do, and I believe that's 5 pieces each, so I need 10 more pieces of iron. I wanted to grab some food too. I don't know if I ever refilled my I don't know if I ever refilled my farm, so I don't know if I'm actually going to have anything to eat after this. Nope, I did not. Okay, well, that sucks. I'll have to do that in the morning. Just so you guys know, spamming in the chat is not allowed. I do not tolerate that. So if you do that, you'll be kicked instantly. My mod isn't on right now, so I don't have the ability to. He doesn't have the ability to do that for me at the moment. So I will be doing it manually. Oh, right here. Just so you guys know, that's not something I'm cool with. And if you guys do it, you will be kicked very quickly. Just trying to find a new direction to go in. I have 2 tunnels I started already, but they're already pretty far in, so I'm just branching off. Eventually I need to set up an actual mining system so that I can continue to get iron, but I just don't have a quality system yet. Well, looks like I've been here before. Interesting. Come on! Can't remember if I used hotkeys back in the day or if it was just, if I just scroll wheeled. Because I know I got used to using hotkeys for other games, like FPS games, but for this I don't remember doing that. So just to recover what I had said before, we're going in with the idea of we're gonna get some iron. We're going to. God damn it! Oh, iron, nice. We're gonna get iron and make a bunch of hoppers. And so the hope is that with enough hoppers, we can automate a smelting system to make it so that we don't have to constantly feed it while we don't have to constantly feed it while I'm trying to build this castle. I'll already be having to sink a lot of time into digging out the stone itself. So if I can do that and then have something else actually like do the smelting for me, like automatically, that would be fantastic. Okay, so this is where that's actually. Oh, god damn it. There's one downside of having music on is I can't hear zombies very well. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. There we go. Because that's what words sound like. They sound like a Frenchman with frickin' soap in his mouth. I hate gravel. It's the most annoying substance in this game. Okay, so far we have 4 iron. We need another 6, although I'll probably stay down here until I have more than that, just so I'm not completely running myself dry. I don't know how big this node is. This might be the last of what we need, who knows. Well, oh no, it was exactly what we needed. Okay, so we got everything that we need right now to do this current project. We're gonna keep going a little bit further. But as soon as we're done with this, I don't plan on doing much more mining today. I would like to spend most of my time topside, grinding out, getting stone cut, getting it smelted, getting just making that as quick as possible, basically. I wonder if there's a way to either enchant or upgrade a smelter. Because having a smelter work faster would make it so that I have less space taken up by that process. Which right now I'm looking at, I need to be able to smelt huge stacks at a time. And I'll be able to keep those stacks fed, but then it's going to take a while to get through it all. So I'm literally going to be coming back constantly to refuel it. Which reminds me, I need to also build up a farm for trees, so that I have a consistent source of wood. Oh, what am I doing? Goddamn, this song is intense. I hadn't tested out this playlist before deciding to use it. They got very intense very fast. Oh, and there goes my iron pickaxe. Hopefully I don't need it for anything. Ooh, iron. Frick yeah. Because I'll at least need enough iron to remake an iron pickaxe. Right now I only have enough to do the hoppers. Alright. That's what you like to see. Holy crap, this is a big node. I remember back when the generation only allowed for 4 blocks at a time to spawn in a node. I wonder if from the underside I would be able to tell where this tunnel is. Because obviously there's cobblestone in the ceiling, which is not native. But I wonder if I'd notice it. I think I'm probably going to shut off the music just because it's really not my vibe. Yeah, let's go ahead and shut that off. I'm not feeling it. I'll find another playlist to use at a different point. Just right now, it's just not fitting the feel that I want for this stream. Do I want to have music on? Absolutely, but I just don't want that kind of energy. Not that that kind of energy isn't good sometimes, just right now, nah, I'm good. I'll go ahead and turn the native music back on. And if that gets too loud, I'll turn that down too. But at least you know it's just like chill music. I prefer a more rock pop vibe, but the native music is really good too. Smells like nostalgia. What? I thought I was on my torches. The reality was I was not. It sounds like a skeleton getting hurt. So I'm wondering if he like stepped in fire or something because nothing's fighting him. I know I'm not. Okay, so what have we got so far? We got 28. Well, we got a few pieces of iron. I think I'll just give it another like 2 minutes and then I'll head to the surface. 2 minutes, you could find another 2 nodes. There's one. This is a decent sized one too. I'm still gonna keep going for another minute. And then like we have 38 right now, so that should put us pretty far through. Oh, and there's number 2. Okay, we'll call it after this node. Okay, 47. That's pretty good quantity. So I'll use 10 of those ingots and make... So with 10 of those ingots, I will make the other 2 hoppers I need. I have 5 already up there, so I'll have enough to make 3 different hoppers. And that'll allow me to make a 1 automated smelter. Unless somehow I can line up the smelters, and so it just, when it feeds in and fills all of them at once. But I don't think it works like that. Like, I think it only feeds, like, if, for example, 1 chest, if that chest is. If that chest is properly like loaded and shit, I don't know. Okay. I had 2 tunnels originally. There it is. Okay. So I'm gonna experiment with it a little bit. I'm gonna try to so I'm gonna have to have 3 chests, one with a hopper that pulls from. Okay, so I got that 5. I need, that's just flint. I need coal. I think my coal's all in the furnaces. All right, so that's gonna get smelting. I'm gonna go ahead and split that twice. All right, so we should have enough iron pretty quick here. Oh boy. Okay. So this is what, while that's cooking, I will show you what I have so far. First, I'm going to go ahead and dump all my cobblestone in here. So what I got here is, so you see this front panel here. Behind that is lava. If I could jump up, you can see it. So just one lava block flowing into 3 different spots. And the reason I have 3 different spots is just so I can have space to dig out, basically. So basically, it's a 3 wide waterfall of just lava. I did the same thing over here. 1 source block, 3 wide. I'm just gonna cover that up because I have brothers that I know someday they will figure out a way to get into this world, and somehow they will destroy it. Anyway, so the lava falls straight down, and the water flows into it and turns the bottom block to stone, whether cobble or plain stone. It's kind of hit or miss, just depending on what flows into the spot first. So then I stand here, and so typically what I do is I'll like block myself in so I can't move. And then I just dig and dig and dig, and there's 3 hoppers beneath where I'm digging, and they automatically pick it up. And one flows into the other. And then when they flow one to the other, they then also, I'll back up so you can see, they also flow into that chest. So you see how the stem's pointed to the left there, and the stem's pointed to the left there. They feed into each other, and then the last stem right there feeds into the back of the chest. And so you'll see we have 25 there. Very quick production time on that. So my goal is I want to make it so that this is feeding directly into that chest, and then I can take from there and put into a chest where it directly feeds into a furnace. So that furnace is running 24/7 no matter what. Okay, so it looks like, oh, they're all done completely. That's nice. All right, so I have 53 now. I'm gonna go ahead and make 3 hoppers. Oh, apparently my caps lock is on. Oh, I need 3 chests as well. I had forgotten about that part. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, good thing I got plenty of oak logs. Okay, so we still have 38 stone, so that's pretty good. I need to make at least 3 more. 3 more. Because I still want to use the one that I have left as storage. So I'm going to go ahead and make 3 more chests. And that should be enough between the chests and the hopper. And then I'll take one of these. So I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting. Hey, what's up? I am currently making an automatic smelter. Trying to see if I can automatically feed it with stone, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a chunk of stone in there. See, it's automatically feeding in. That's awesome. I'm just gonna go ahead and load it all the way up, and then this will just become my storage space for all the actual like cooked stone. I just sort of I did end up Googling how to do it, but so I don't. The only thing I don't remember is I don't remember if I need to. Okay. So now it's automatically cooking, and then okay. So I think I need to move all this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig all this out again. So I just need it one block. I need it 2 blocks up so that I can have them all feed down and then into another chest. So I had furnace, hopper, chest before. Now I need to go up to all the chests up here. Ugh, God damn it. All right. Where's that furnace? So I'll have that there, and then I'll have this here, and then did I pick up? No, I did not. All right, and then charcoal in there. So it's already cooking. I just need to. So when that gets done, it should automatically just pop right down into the bottom chest. And so none appeared, so that means, okay, we have 2 down there already. Cool. Very cool. I wonder, so I want to put a second chest on either of those and then a second chest on that just to make it so it's a little more robust. I wish that time with the furnace, I don't know if time with the furnaces actually passes while I'm sleeping or if it's just time with me. I would really like to know that detail because like if I go to sleep, am I going to speed up my work? Speed up all the smelting? I don't think so, but it would be cool to know that. Okay. Okay, so that's the system I've got so far. Yeah, I figured as much, but I thought, that would be cool. Alright, so we have 7 done. The problem is that this is a very slow system. It's very slow. What I would like to do is I would like to get 3 or 4 more rows of this, so then when I walk up, I just load up this top chest with as much as I can, because I'm gonna be doing that. Like I'll be maxing this out. I'd love to load this top chest, just max that out, then just have it flow down. The only problem is I also have I'm also gonna have a bottleneck because this forest only has so much wood to it. I'm going to have to make a wood farm, so I'm going to be farming wood and farming cobble, and then putting it all through this system. So if this system is more robust, I'll just make it so that the bottleneck passes somewhere else. But so for right now, so I think I need to get rid of this tree, which I'm very sad to do because I do like this tree. I specifically kept it because I liked it. But I used to be a tree cutter, so this is what I do. And I think I want to have one of these for smelting just wood into charcoal as well, and then have it feed directly back into the system. So, so basically, all I want to do is I want to have a system where I start by I'll feed in stone into one spot, and then I'll feed in wood into another spot, and then I think there's a way that I can automatically change things from like wood to like wood planks, because I prefer to burn wood planks because it's more economical for the quantity. to use. So in that system, making charcoal, I would like to burn wood planks. So what I'd like to figure out is that there's a system where I can automatically make wood planks. So I have 2 hoppers that take from one chest. One automatically makes wood planks until it can't anymore, and the other one just keeps the wood, makes charcoal from the wood planks in the wood, and then goes from there straight into the hopper that feeds the furnaces that cook the stone. So I'm looking at a very complex system here to try to build up. I don't know if there's a way to do that though, because I really like to keep the amount that I'm feeding it to an absolute minimum. I want to just spend my time getting stone and getting wood if I have to do anything at all. Oh, god damn it. These big trees can be such a pain in the butt. So what I was doing originally is I didn't want to. I would plant trees, and if it became a big tree, I'd leave it. If it became a small tree, I'd cut it down. And it makes for a really cool looking forest. The only problem is it's really hard to. Okay, that one is speedrun zone. I think I must have gotten all the wood. Okay, so the only problem is that it makes it really hard. Like when you actually have to clear the forest, then you have to take forever cutting down all of the trees that you've let grow up. Okay, let's see how this is doing. 30. I'm out of that. Still has 30 charcoal left, so that's good. Okay, so what I want to do, so that a creeper spawner. I have not ever made a creeper spawner. Is that like something that I can do without an actual spawner? Because I thought that I would have to like find one in the depths of Tartarus or some shit. Okay. Okay, that's true. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo this area into a tree farm instead of just being a forest. I was trying to just make it look nice and make it so I had readily accessible wood, but now I need more quantity of wood than needed to look nice. I can make a different area look woodsy. So like I said, you know, I want to have a system where I can just add wood and it will come out with charcoal at the end. If there's any way that I can have it automatically craft wood planks and then move it along, that would be fantastic. I know like Technic-Pack and Tech-It back in the day had ways to do that because you had a whole production lines and factories that would do that kind of thing, and that was great. But I don't have that. I need that. I need to come replant all my wheat because I farmed it all in the middle of the night when I was starving. The crafter. Okay, so if I have that in the middle of my production line, I can have it automatically. Good lord. I can have it automatically take and make stuff out of a chest if I have to use a hopper. Well, that's going to really streamline it. So what I'm thinking is I'll probably I want a 1 to 2 ratio of wood that pulls. Well, I should do 1 to 4 because 4 wood planks makes one wood plank. 1 log makes 4 wood planks. And so if I have them separated, okay, It'll make anything you can make in the crafting table super streamlined. Okay, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'll take 3 hoppers, put them on one chest to pull out to just go to where I make the to straight to the furnaces. And then one of them will go through this crafting table and go to the other end of the furnace. And so it'll be a little complicated looking, but my idea is that I'll pull 3 blocks out for every one. I didn't mean to cut this one down. I didn't want to cut this one. I'll get 3 blocks of oh, god damn it. I'll get 3 blocks of logs going straight into the furnace for charcoal for every 4 wood planks that are produced to do the same thing. In fact, I should probably make it 4 to 1, just so it's equal in the long run, especially if I'm going to be adding to it regularly. So it's just called the Crafter. I'll have to look that up here as soon as I got almost 2 stacks. I'm going to do like 2 more trees, and then I'm going to and get going on making that so that I can start streamlining getting that charcoal made. So let's go look at that now and see what I need for it. So I only have the crafting table right now. I'm gonna look up and see what I need for the crafter itself. So my screen's gonna go black for just a second. Hopefully you can still hear the nice rain sounds in the background, because I can. It's very nice, very nice. And Chrome's deciding it wants to take a day's age to load. Whew. There we go. Good lord. I can't type anything today, apparently. Okay, so... leave me alone. I'm an adult. Okay, so I need... oh, I need a dropper, which is something I haven't built yet. So I need to figure out what that is. So I only need 5 iron, which I have plenty of iron at the moment. So a dropper and a crafting table, those are pretty much the only things that I need that I don't have. Well, I have a crafting table. I need to make another one. Let me see if I can get a dropper. Okay, so dropper is something I do have. I just need redstone and cobble. So that's pretty easy. We'll go ahead and sleep off this night shift. Because I only do night shifts in real life. Night shifts in Minecraft, nah, I'm good. Okay, so I still have 38 iron. So let's get some redstone. Redstone! Let's go ahead and make 2 of those. Cauldron, that looks like fun. Okay, so now that we have the crafter unlocked, so I need another crafting table, and I have the iron and I have the redstone. So I'll go ahead and do 2 crafting tables. Now I can make 2 droppers. Okay, so, sorry, 2 crafters. Alright, so I'm making an assumption here that if I use a hopper from a chest into this dropper, and then I use the dropper to craft wood planks from the blocks that it pulls out, that it'll come out with wood planks. Go ahead and build 5 of those. Okay, so I can make 5 of these, and I still have enough left to make a... Okay. So this is where it's going to get really complicated because, okay, and I'm going to need to make at least one more hopper. So I'm going to have to go dig some more. But, so here's my idea. Oh, good. The rain stopped. Okay. So for now, so I just need to, oh right, sorry. So I'm assuming that if I put a hopper on this, it'll pull out and just immediately go into a furnace. So I need to get a furnace. Is that sure? That's just coal. Okay. Where's it going? It just disappeared from there, but it's not getting added to there, and it's not down here. So where did all that coal just go? Nothing's in there. Okay, so if I'll go ahead and grab a redstone torch. A redstone pulse in the hopper? Oh, so it's just in line to go in? Oh, okay. That's cool. I was just thinking, man, it just disappeared. It's gone. We have a glitch. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a practice run. So let's say, so I have this. I have my hoppers here. I have that. This is gonna go. Where's my chest? Did I not make any extra chests? I did not. So I'm gonna need 1, 2. Okay, yeah, so redstone pulse, is that an item or is that just, I thought you just meant like an energy source. I guess I can answer that for myself here pretty quick. Okay. So there needs to be like a switch that activates off and on. So a repeater. With that. Okay, but so I have to sit there and hit a button every time I want to craft? That sounds like it would really kill the streamlining of this. I'm trying to think. The thing is, like, I have such a small background in redstone that it's hard for me to puzzle through this stuff because it's not like normal wiring. I've done house wiring. I've done electrical wiring. Okay, so I can build a clock. Okay, well, let's take a look at what it takes to build a clock then, if I even have the recipe yet. Okay, so that's a normal. Don't make a clock? No, that's not the right kind of clock for sure. A lectern? Really? Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and research that because that's not something I'm familiar with. Holy crap. This is going to be complicated. This is going to be very complicated. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera real quick so you guys can see what I'm see me. Oh, it doesn't go black? So you can still see Minecraft. Yeah, I can still see it's open on my it had gone black at one point, like when I first was tabbing over to it. I didn't realize it stayed open. Okay, rapid pulsar. Redundancies, one clock. Even as torches burn out, the so-called rapid repulsor. The signal may not be consistent. Okay. So, did it not go over to the cam when I hit the cam button? No, it did not. Okay. All right. So what I'm looking at is I'm on the Minecraft fandom wiki, and it does not make any sense to me. Redstone stuff just doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Torch repeater clock. The torch repeater clock set to 3 ticks. Okay, so I need a fast pulse because I want this to... Okay, so rapid pulsar. They have a spot for a rapid pulsar. So pulsar is the correct spelling for any general circuit that produces pulses. Traditional spelling of a clock circuit, rapid pulsar. Okay. So basic torch pulsar is the oldest circuit clock in Minecraft, simply an odd number of inverters joined in a loop. The design has been mostly replaced by repeater-based clocks, but still works. So I have not used repeaters at all. Torch repeater clock, apparently it's simpler. Okay, so a torch repeater clock, it looks like there's a torch on one side of a block and then wiring that goes around the back, and then a repeater to the face of one of some of the wiring. So that's what we're gonna try. Okay, I know I have a repeater here somewhere. Okay, and I have torches, I have all that. Okay, so here's what I was seeing. I was seeing, and they were using gold. I don't know if they didn't mention anything about gold being necessary, so I'm just going to assume that that was just, you know, a party trick. So this is what I was seeing on there, and let me just put it up here, and I'll show you visually what I saw. And oh, they had it turned this way, set to 3 ticks, and then there was wire going this way. Okay, so this is what it was doing, and I have no idea how this works, but apparently it works. Geez, Samson, what's going on, buddy? They cut your hair and you got all week or something? All right. So this is a repeater. This is a repeater rapid pulsar. So this should, and I can imagine I could put a lever right here and shut the whole thing off if I want to. So I'm gonna get some sleep really quick so that I don't get killed. So from what I can tell, I didn't read far enough to understand why this works, but so the more ticks this is away, the further it is away from the source torch on the right hand of the repeater, the slower it goes. So you can tell it's visually much slower right now than this. It's like anyway. So apparently these torches can burn out. That's a new thing to me. So I think 2 ticks. They probably set it at 2 ticks so it doesn't burn out. My guess is if you leave it at 1 tick, it burns out very fast. So if I were to set it at 4, then it should, I mean, it'll be a little slower, but I'm crafting something that's immediately going into a hopper, and it will fill up that hopper very quickly. So if I leave it at this, it should not have an issue. So I'm gonna redo this portion really quick. I'm gonna move this over, and this whole thing's gonna be moved from here. So this is not the final resting place of this whole mechanism, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. Okay, so okay. I'm gonna go ahead and kill that for a second. Okay, so the idea is this will go down and automatically feed into that, which will automatically make wood planks. I have it set as slow as I can, and considering how fast the hoppers go, I might only need 2 hoppers to pull from this chest. The thing that I'm struggling with is I don't know. I think I can only have 2 hoppers pulling from this thing at once because it has to be oriented on the bottom, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and bust this. Okay, and now I'm going to so what I'm trying to do here is, so this chest I'm going to put just the wood, the oak logs into it. Then it will automatically feed down. One hopper will put it in here, and on a pulse, it will take from it will produce planks from there into another chest. So from that, and then this one will just receive regular oak logs. From there, I should be able to pull from both into a furnace, and from that furnace, it will be able to produce charcoal. So if I'm looking at this, okay, so if I wanted to mimic this, I'm going to have a 2-tiered system. If there was some sort of piping that I could use to extend the hopper's effects, it doesn't appear that there is anything that I have unlocked yet. So to me right now it appears that the hoppers work vertically only. Vertically in that they can only take from the bottom of something and then go to the sides. So what I want to see here is I want to place this furnace so I'm going to place the furnace right here, and then straight down. So this should go, the wood should go straight down to the top. Although I don't know if that will go into the right spot on the hopper, because from here I have the charcoal going in the side. Oh, and I have 3.5 stacks of regular stone now. That's awesome. it's your foot. Good lord. So I just don't know if it'll go in the right spot naturally or if I need to figure out another way. Okay, so I think I have an idea. Oh, hey, boy. I'm getting licks. Hi, what's up? What's up, buddy? Hey. Sammy wants to say hi. Oh, now Indy wants to say hi. Come on in. All right. You ready to go? I just got licked on the tongue, Max. Give me a second. You know, I think the fluoride in the tap that's turning the frogs gay is making my dog's breath smell better, so thank God. Give that to me. Thank you. Yes, they are very good dogs. I love them very much. They're just also evil. Evil as frick. Go. Pet. So yes, I know I need to test the crafter first. I guess I'm just a little over-eager. So I'll go ahead and break down the system really quick. Okay, and I'll throw... It's just going straight down. So how do I set what it's going to... And do a little bit more research on how to do that. Because I need one set crafting recipe. So okay, so they're going in as fast as they're going out, basically, because the hopper... So I can automatically craft a bunch of them, but I cannot have them pull with a hopper. Oh, interesting idea. Okay. That's not something I thought about, even though, you know, that's how that machine over there works. So you're saying that if I... Okay. Just before I saw your message, I got to that conclusion based on what you were saying. Oh, wait. That's not the right side, is it? No, I was fitting it out that way. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Well, I had to put a little bit of block in there. So again, with automation, it's not anything that I couldn't do myself faster, but the fact that I can do this hands-free is really a big deal. And all this is in the hopper already, so it's in the crafter already. So the hopper moved it over pretty quick. I wish there was a way to slow down the hopper. I have it like go like half as fast or a quarter as fast, because I don't need that much wood made at a time. So maybe if I might have to just manually split the stacks and like get 5 stacks of wood and only put 1 stack in there. Something I need to think about. Get me in! So it looks like that torch is not going to burn out anytime soon. Well, that's the thing, like, I'm going to have a second hopper pulling in, but my issue is if I put all the wood in there, half of the, so I get, if I put 4 stacks of wood in there, half of those are going to become wood planks and multiply, which means I'm going to have 8 stacks of wood planks going into the furnace to fuel the fire to make 2 stacks of charcoal, which means I'll have way more wood planks than I need to make the charcoal. And so I want to find a way to limit the waste, because having that much wood planks is a waste. Unless I plan on using the wood planks elsewhere, which I definitely could for the flooring in certain areas, especially with castles. Once they get past the first level, they cannot have stone floors. It's just too heavy. So for realism's sake, I could use wood planks for multiple levels of the castle. But I'd love to find a way to limit that waste, because I want it to be my decision to have that extra stone. So maybe if I have a way to split what's going where, maybe if I have a secondary hopper system, so I have a hopper, so I have a chest that I put the stone into, 2 hoppers draw from there, 1 goes to just to. Okay, that's literally, I came to that conclusion just as you typed it. Good God. Yeah, so a dual hopper system looks like what we're both kind of agreeing on. For anyone else who might view this, what we're talking about is basically I put things into one chest, hopper draws into 2 different locations, and then from there, hopper draws into 2 different locations, one being the crafter and the other being the furnace. So now that we're to this point, well, I'm going to have to get more hoppers for 1. 2, I need to figure out how I'm going to draw from this chest down into a furnace. Basically, the only way I can think of to have it draw far enough is if I go from chest to hopper to chest to hopper to chest to hopper, if I want to like extend it. There's no like piping system that I know of. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm. No, that's not going to work. Okay, so I'm going to have to get another chest here, and then I'll have the furnace here, and then 2 more hoppers. Yep, see ya. Have a good one. Hopefully I'll have this system figured out by the time we get back. back to the mines I go to lose my mind and break a hoe. I don't know. I don't know how to finish that line without it making it sound weird. So basically what I'm understanding is that I just need a ton more materials. So what I'm really going to need right now is a tower, basically. A tower that is, at the top level is where I put all the materials in, and then it's just a cascade where the material gets worked down, worked down, worked down, worked down until it all ends up into one spot. So what I want to have happen is, in the end, all I do is put in the wood, put in the stone, which I know there's ways to automate that as well. I can have a train tracks that run it over, so all I have to do is harvest the wood. Oh, there's a Enderman over there. Oh, shit. Doesn't even know I'm here. Sorry, I pressed E because I'm so used to pressing E to pick things up. Okay, so first things first, I need to get more materials. I need a lot more materials. I'm gonna leave the iron here. Why are you so sad, buddy? I know, you're getting bored. Another, basically a whole stack of iron, I think would set me up pretty well. More lapis, which means more enchanting. I hear you, Mr. Zomble. You gotta be kidding. Ow! Whoops. This is just a cool cavern. Do any of you actually sit there every now and again and just think that there was a guy who had an idea and had a mind that was able to create this, and for years people have been getting enjoyment from it? And it's not just about the one guy either. This is about human ingenuity. Mankind was able to create this out of originally dust and dirt in the ground. We melted it, we hammered it, and then eventually we started figuring out can you stop messing with the curtain? We were able to put electrical impulses through it, and then finally able to create this. This is not anything that Thomas Edison had in mind. But we took that idea and we just ran with it so frickin' far. And now we have this. It's pretty cool. I have a feeling my dog needs to go out and go to the bathroom. I think he's mad at me because of it. Oh. I'm glad I happened to look back, or else I would have missed that. I did just let him out, so he's fine at this moment, but I'll have to let him out here in the probably next hour or so. Either that or he's just lonely and bored. I don't have a lot of toys for them yet. I just moved, and so I don't have a lot of toys for them yet. The budget's kind of tight, so I'm kind of waiting until this next paycheck, and I'm gonna get them some balls and some shoes and some ropes to pull on. I really want to try to, dedicate more time, getting them set up with, life here, because they don't really got much yet. I keep on seeing the save game thing in the corner, and I keep thinking it's like a monster. But I remember there was no save game feature, like auto save feature, back when I started playing anyway. Okay, well he really needs to go, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and pause. I'm gonna throw up a banner real quick. Let me see if I can see what I can make here. Text. Where can I make text? Okay. And I didn't know I could do this on the fly, so we're learning together. Okay. All right. We are in the middle of a doggy potty break. I will be right back. All right. Be right back. Okay. You ready to go out now? Come on. Let's go. Go, Sam. Oh. That bear dog's the great scene. Flip it and send to the editors. You're welcome. All right. And we're back. Oh, when one of the dogs starts prancing and actually wants to go out, like he's come a long way. Like when I ran back up the stairs and I'm up on the 3rd floor. God damn it. So when I first moved in here, he could not hold it at all. Is this cavern completely full? Of course it is. So anyway, story behind Sammy. He sadly has had to be kenneled for a lot of the time I've had him just because of the living situation. I considered finding him a new home at multiple times just because it wasn't really fair to him to have to be kenneled all the time. But then I moved into this apartment, and since then, like he had a lot of problems like with messes before when he first moved in here. But dang it. But then, you know, like yesterday, he didn't make any messes in the house. He would just whine at the door and try to get my attention. And today, like, it's just, I don't know, he's like a different dog. He learned it very quickly. Didn't have to like scold him really. I just had to, you know, I just kept cleaning his messes and taking him out if he made a mess. And now today he's just like a different dog, you know. He like, instead of just peeing on the floor, which was honestly like what he would do before, he would just stand there, he'd be looking at you and then just start peeing. And now he's just acting completely different, which is, it's wonderful that he's behaving the way he is, because then I just like I have a lot less worry and a lot more, you know, security in where I'm living, because I don't want him to make a mess of this place. I like this place. I think they do too. So I'm gonna take really good care of it because we could be here for a while. One day I'd like to get them a house with a yard, or move to a place that has a yard or something. But for right now, running in and out and taking them on walks is the best I can do. So, gosh dang it. Source blocks are so annoying. There we go. So I still haven't found, oh, I found 4 iron, I forgot. I need a lot more than that. I need to stop running into, where am I at? Excuse me. Whew. I'm gonna go down 1 block because I'm at 17, I need to get 16 for optimal iron findery. Jeez, this just doesn't stop. God damn it. Okay, so just to cover again what we're doing right now, we're trying to get more iron so that we can make more hoppers. Right now, we're trying to make an automated smelting system for smelting stone because I'm going to be building a castle, and I need a lot of stone on hand, a lot of stone blocks on hand to make the castle. It's going to be very expansive. I'm hoping for a very, very old English style. But for that, I need a lot of materials, and I'm playing in Minecraft on normal. So it's, you know, it's not going to be like just crafting it in peaceful or in creative mode, which is more what I'm used to when I want to do more advanced builds. So the plan is, so right now I have everything prepped up to, so I have everything feeding. I made it so that I can feed stone and coal into a furnace and produce stone. But I don't want to have to be feeding the charcoal all the time, because that would mean me having to, at the very least, transport from a furnace to there. So what I've done is I'm creating a system where I can put wood blocks into a chest, and those get filtered down into about a 1-to-4 ratio of 1 of every 4 blocks getting put into a crafter to make wood planks, and the rest of them going straight into the furnace, and then those wood planks going into the furnace to create the other half of the system. And then from there, that crafted block, charcoal will then pass from there through a hopper into the other system, the charcoal system, the stone system, where it will automatically be used and create more iron. Doesn't look like I've been here before. So, sorry, not more iron, more stone. Anyway, so that's kind of what my goal is right now. I want to have a very automated system for that. I want to be able to be above ground and just cut down trees and knock it off. Hey. Good Lord. Sammy's playing with Indy right now. So right now I have an automated system for. Well, hey buddy, you look a little stuck. He's like, what do I do? So right now I have an automated system for creating stone. I have like a lava and water system that I can harvest infinitely. I don't see anything else in here. So I already have a system for that. So, and I have hoppers that collect it. So I have to physically go in and cut the stone, and I'll have to physically go in and cut down trees. But once I put them into the system, I don't want to have to touch it again. I don't want to have to deal with that again. So what I'm trying to do is, like I said, create that system where all that is automated. I can have, a stack of stone being created, constantly, so that I don't have to stop building. I don't have to stop creating anything. God damn it. So that's the goal right now. And so we're just sort of working towards that. I'm also going to have to make an automated farming system because I can't keep up with farming as well as keeping up with all the other collection and removal and all that stuff as well. So that's just another thing to add to the list of things that I would like to do. wish there was like a flashlight or something. All right. If you continue to come to my channel and spam, you'll be banned. Just letting you know. I don't tolerate that stuff. I can get my stream. I can get my viewers on my own. I don't need anybody else doing it for me. That's the thing. Like, people think that, you know, people in my situation are desperate for viewers, and genuinely, like, I'm happy if you guys watch. I love it when you guys watch. I love being, you know, I love being able to explore and have fun and talk with people. It's a lot of fun. It's really enjoyable. But I have a full-time job. I don't need to do this. This is not something I need to do. It looks like I just found an underground railway. But we're going to get all this iron first, and then we'll do some exploration, and then probably head back to the surface, because I think after these 2 nodes, we're going to have plenty of iron for us to do everything that we need to do for a while. Oh, there's 3 nodes here. Gosh dang. Alright, well, between all those, I now have a full stack of iron. We're going to do some exploration. Oh, I have another node here. Nice. We really hit the mother lode. Alright. I wish holding a torch in my hand cast off light. That would be cool. Gosh dang it. I pressed the start key by accident. My bad. Jeez, tons of nodes through here. Well, hello. You know what? I actually kind of don't want to be here. We will return at some point, just not right this second. Hi, Indiana. I knew by the look of your snout that it was you. Hey, what are you doing? Knock it off. Alright, we are headed back to the surface. We got a ton of iron to make. Geez, I went for a while. It's probably about 20 minutes of straight digging. No, I'm not petting right now. I got work to do. I got a mine. See, I'm a Yogscast OG watcher. That's where I had my entertainment back in the day. Whee! All right. Ooh, I'm lagging a little bit. Oh, it's gonna drop in the frames. All right, so that's all gonna get cooking. I have already 3 iron. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all this cobblestone. I do not need it. This is what we have so far. That's the charcoal bin. This is the stone bin. And then coal, throw coal in here. So this is what it's doing. This is all it's doing. Just burning, burning, burning. Why did my other crafter set up over here? Oh, right, I was starting over there. I had made 2. I forgot. So what I have so far is I have a pulse repeater, a redstone repeating pulse thingy, rapid pulse, yeah, stuff like that. Anyway, that goes in and activates that on a schedule. This hopper takes from there where the wood goes in. So right now it's a 50-50 split between straight wood and stuff that turns into wood planks. What I need is a hopper to go from those 2 chests into here, and those will feed in charcoal and wood into there to allow me to good lord, I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh good god, am I getting old and senile? I feel like I'm senile at this point. Okay, so I got 50 iron right now. I'll go ahead and get back to the rest later. I need 2 more hoppers at the moment. Oh, I need chests to make hoppers, so I need more wood planks. Where are all my wood planks? All of them should be in this chest. Okay, and then okay. So here's where I'm thinking next. I don't want to just put the wood plant blocks directly into the top, because if I do, they'll go through the system and 100% and about 50% of them will turn to wood planks, which means I will have roughly 4 times as many wood planks as I do regular wood blocks to become charcoal, and that's just not going to work. I think I need at least, it should be at least 1 to 1, and then if that doesn't work, honestly, it should. There's no reason it shouldn't work, just because there's going to be enough quantity going through that I shouldn't have any issue. So what I want to do is I want to set up another hopper system where I can separate out half of what's there to pull away from there, so only a quarter goes through into the crafter to become wood planks. So I'm going to need 3 more chests, I think. And then 3 more hoppers. And more wood. Oh, I meant to do another one. Oh wait, no. I only need 2 to finish this in my half, so I did make 3. Okay, I'm gonna sleep and then we'll go back out there. All right. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and dig out a little bit so I can get in there and put the hoppers where they need to be. Okay. Okay, so now what I have is when I put wood in there, half that's going to go into here. So out of 4 blocks of oak wood, I'll get 2 blocks of oak wood in this chest, and then 2 blocks will go into this. We'll go through this. Then I should have, from there, 8 stacks of oak planks in here versus the 2 stacks of oak wood in here. And then we'll have 8 stacks feeding this, where it's only 2 stacks of oak wood in there becoming charcoal. So what I need to do now is I need to do a splitting system where I can have so I'll have that. Oh, I didn't mean to. Okay, so now what we have is oh wait, no, that had to be there so that I could. So maybe I should go the other direction with it. So this wall had to be there because the repeater kicks that out the back and it lands in the hopper, but if I don't have the block there, it overshoots. So I need to have this wall here at least 2 blocks high. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I just need okay. So now here's what we have so far. We have this chest where all the wood goes into. Then they split between this chest and this chest. This chest is going to feed straight down back into the system. So then the half of that is going to go back into here to become charcoal. But then the half that goes into here, half of that is going to go into here, and then half of that, so a quarter of the original. So if I put 4 stacks in there, 1 stack is going to go through this. Then that 1 stack will become 4 stacks of planks, whereas we'll still only get 3 stacks of charcoal, but at least the ratio is a lot closer. I could add another tier of this, but I just think that's way too much work for the amount of payback you get for it. So I'm going to go ahead and make one. I'm going to make 2 more chests and 1 more hopper. So now, oh geez, I thought I was on the chest. My bad. Now, go ahead. Oof. I didn't think that through. Okay. I need like 2 more hoppers and 2 more chests to make this work. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is okay, got very complicated very quickly. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a big stack of wood. There should be nothing in the system right now. Okay, so I just need to go and get a bunch of wood and we're going to test this out. I know it's probably a neater way of doing what I just did, but as far as my knowledge, I don't know of any better way. So it's gonna be a process of, me working on cleaning it up and making it a little more streamlined. Because my goal in the long run is just cut down trees and just dig up stone, and then let the process do the rest of the grunt work of moving everything around. I'm glad I'm not in like a survival mode where like getting wet and cold doesn't affect me. Like where it does affect me. I'm glad I'm not in that. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we have 37 blocks. So if my math is correct, it should be at least, so half of 37 is 15, 16, 17, 18 and a half. 18 and a half, and then, so it should be approximately 9 blocks that go through. And of course, that's going to be going pretty quick. It's going to go 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. This should be burning very quickly, very soon. Is nothing getting pulled? So no stone got pulled at all no wood got pulled at all into the chest. So everything got made into wood planks. Okay, so I need to do some research on this. Okay. Okay, so I need a redstone contraption with comparators, repeaters, and a short clock to temporarily disable the second hopper so the second one gets its share before the items go down. Okay. So I need to put a clock like I did on the original to force the second hopper to be able to pull. So I need to do this 2 more times because I'm going to have a reduction system in place, because this hopper is getting priority. I believe because it was placed first. I'm not sure if that's the reason, but I did place it first. And then I did place that hopper first. It could go into there. So maybe I can just pull from here. Let's see if we can just run it up. Do I got any? Let me get some redstone. God damn it. Oh, it was at the top. Okay, so how did I break it? Like I said, this is going to be really messy because I really don't have a lot of experience with redstone, but just something about me taking it off the side here stops it. What about if I take it this way? But then it's not activating that. So do I just need to build a second repeater system, or can I build from around here? Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and build another one. Let me go ahead and sleep the night away first. Okay, I need to make a repeater. I have stuff to make out here, I think. Need stone, which... and torches. I have plenty of torches inside. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this stone back in here. I don't want to use it up. So there's still plenty of charcoal, there's still plenty of stone for it to go through, and it's running very well. It's a very good automated system. I just need it to not need me. Okay, so we need to have, oh good lord, 3 blocks of clearance around oh god damn it. Oh so we'll have that. Oh, other way. I like to set it at 4 ticks just because it runs a little bit slower, less chance of burning out. And with it running slower, it'll hold a little bit longer because it's off and on at the same time interval. So that should be shutting down this hopper. And now what I need to do is I need to shut down this hopper half the time as well. So I need to just make another 6 blocks of clearance. Okay. So as long as that all works, I should now see the other chest pulling as much as the first one did. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself... God damn it. I don't have any more sticks in this cabinet. Okay. Just need to make... I'll just go ahead and make a copper axe. I don't want to waste my iron. Okay, I'm going to go get a bunch more wood, and we're just going to throw it in there and see what happens. So what I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to look only in the chest where the other blocks were not supposed to go, because I want to see at least, I'm going to get a full stack, and I want to see at least 32 blocks go directly into the furnace without being altered. That would only be half. I want to see 3/4 of those blocks just going in there, but the hardest part about all this is that I'm going to have to rebuild this because it can't stay where it is. It's not effective enough to stay where it is and have me be able to build upon it. So I really need to rebuild it and then, hopefully at that point be able to streamline it a little bit more. But it's going to take a while. Okay, so I got a full stack now. I'm going to run with the full stack and see how that does. It's just pulling them. Okay, so it's continuing to pull. from just that hopper. Okay, so a little bit more research required. Okay, so my search function was only one hopper is working. Okay, so redstone locking, I'm intentionally looking to lock up the one that's drawing the most. Oh, didn't mean to go all the way out. Okay. 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 Oh. Okay. I'm switching to second hopper not working because so it's not working. It's I don't. There's no redstone signal there. Thing is, even if it were pointing the wrong direction, should it not still be collecting? So okay. Okay. Single hopper into a double chest. Under the chest, put two hoppers, each to their separate destinations. Torch lock them both until the hopper above the chest is done distributing items. Then unblock the underside hoppers, and the chest will distribute them to each of the two hoppers. So that's a workaround if you have enough to fill the chest, though. Running a chest minecart over all the hoppers in a loop will distribute items evenly throughout all the hoppers. If this is too expensive, okay. Okay, so okay. A hopper with a storage container above it attempts to pull from the container instead of checking for floating items above it, and hence cannot collect dropped items. A hopper always tries to push or pull items from the leftmost available slot. However, When a hopper is removing items from a chest, it will disappear from left to right. Similarly, when filling up a chest, it fills from left to right. Hoppers prioritize pulling from the first slot of a container over pulling into the first hopper slot. If a hopper has stone in its first slot and nothing in its second, while the container is pulling from has chicken in its first slot and stone in second, pulls the chicken first and from the first slot of the container into its empty second slot. Okay, so that's whatever, yeah. In a sequence of 3 or more hoppers, each item pushed to the next hopper. Okay, that's not helpful. Okay, so we need to do a little bit of experimentation, which means I'm going to have to break what I've built so far. Okay, so we're gonna, for this experiment, we're going to use, oh, some redstone dust made in there apparently. Okay, we're gonna use these wood blocks that have been made, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take out some of this stuff up here. I need a torch, redstone, and Peter. I'm gonna go ahead and take these chests and a few of the hoppers, just so I have some available to work with. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and build a wall here, so I have something to build up against. Okay, so here, what the issue is that we're working with right now okay, so here's the issue we're working with. I am struggling to make a hopper split between two different, split from one chest down into two different chests. So to elaborate more on said issue, I will simply show you how that has been working. So I'm gonna put a chest there, and I'm gonna make one more chest. I should probably make like 6 more chests. Okay. I don't need this many chests, but I'm tired of going back and building more. So there's a chest there and a chest there. So we're gonna put one there and one there. Now, if I put a stack of oak planks in there, right now they're disappearing at a rate of 2 per second. Well, 2 per tick, I'd say. Right now they're splitting evenly. So why weren't they splitting evenly before, is my question. Because up there, the other one would not pull whatsoever. So do I need to come back and rebuild over in this kind of a setup? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to break everything I built down and rebuild and start from the bottom and work my way up. I'm going to just flatten this whole thing. I'm going to build basically a stream wall. And by that I mean like a one stream system, so that out of that wall you get one continuous logic line. If anyone ever wonders why I don't have any iron, this is why. So I think that the reason I was having a hard time figuring this out is because it's in such a clustered system. Because when I laid it out the way I did, and the source chests and then the receiving chests were nowhere near each other, I had no issue. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's the issue, but I am struggling to figure out what the issue is. So I'm grasping at whatever I can to make this make sense. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and build this wall up a little bit higher because this is going to be a bit of a build. And I'll build new. Ow. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got one source chest. Then we're going to have a chest here and a chest here. Okay, so the point of this is that I want that source chest to split 50-50 down the middle to each of those chests. Okay, so now I want to have a chest here that this chest then splits evenly 50-50 into as well. So we're going to have to expand this wall a little bit. The idea is we want to split this in 2 quarters. So now this is now in 2 quarters. This is half the original, this is a quarter of the original, that's a quarter of the original. And this does not need to be a double chest because it's a straight flow. This does not need to be a double chest because it's a straight flow as well. I believe that works. I don't know if it does, but we'll try it and see what happens. So ideally, what should happen is if I put 4 stacks of something into this top chest up here, 3 of them should end up in here, and 1 of them should end up in here, if this system works. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 stacks of I don't know what. Yeah, let's do 4 stacks of this. That looks good to me. I didn't realize I had a whole bunch of blocks in here, but that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and empty out my inventory just a tiny bit. Okay, so we got 4 blocks of stone. So we're gonna throw 4 blocks in there and just let it go. And when we come back, we will check what the final results are. Well, first I want to check and see. So there is stuff going into there. There's nothing going into there. There's nothing going into there. Nothing going into there. Nothing going into there. So everything is everything's now pulling left. So is there a flow issue? Like, not, I mean, obviously there's a flow issue, but is there a quantity issue? Okay, so now that we've excuse me. Okay. So when I did this originally, we got half and half. And if we let it go, it should become should just keep going like that. Okay. I don't really want to wait to see that through, but we understand the premise. So now what I want to do Okay, so the same deal should be the same here as well. 50-50. Okay, so now if I go back to this and put it in there, am I still getting it in here? Yes and no. So this chest is now not getting anything. $32 and $32. So for some reason this chest did not get anything. I'm gonna try putting it underneath and see if that makes a difference. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so once again, it's only going to that one side. And yet over here, it's still getting an even amount. So do I need to go into 1, down to 2? Okay, I'm going to try that. Okay, so I'm down into 1. Okay, let's see what happens there. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to distance it from, so nothing's going to the right again. Okay, so now, if I, and also I'm wondering, so I'm putting, now it's going in the right hand side. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into this side first. And now I'm going to put it up here. So it's doing like a one-piece flow kind of thing. Let's go ahead and try it with a redstone on torch under it. Okay. So now is when I want to add that repeater. Okay, so how it was set up before is there was 2 of those. Okay. So with this system, so 3 tick obviously is a little fast. So it looks like I can use the repeater as a reducer for the flow speed. God damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna simplify this a lot. Because if I can go to the source and force the repeater to slow the system down, at least on that one area. So I want to slow it down on that right side. God damn it. But it looks like it's not a consistent thing. It's not something that is like this is a guaranteed amount of throughput. This is, very much. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Okay, and we're just going to see how many goes to which one. Should be gone here in a sec. Okay, 38, 50. Okay, that's obviously I'd left some material in there, so that's not helpful. Okay, try again. Okay, 38, 26. Let's try one more tick. Let's see what happens with it then. Because ideally, I would have a quarter in one and 3/4 in the other. That's the ideal. 22, 42. So that's roughly a third. If I do, so it went from being a little more like 40-60 to 33-60. Sorry, it went from being 60-40 to now 33-66. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, 28, 36. How did that go? How did that work? Because I'd take the 1 to 2. It wouldn't be as optimal, but I'd take it. Because realistically, what I want is just to not have as much surplus wood planks. 25, 39. So that's roughly 20 to 40. It's pretty close. So I think that's probably the best we're going to get at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down the excess so that we can work on building up the rest. Ow. Okay, so now what we want is to go from a hopper. No, that's not what I want. So it'll feed from there down into here, and it'll craft. So I'll need to see which direction it goes, so I'm going to have to let it spew some shite out. Now, having extra wood planks is not bad. I just don't want millions of extra wood planks. I want to have... Oh, and this one needs redstone, so I'll need to build another one of those to this. Okay, I put it a little bit too close. Okay. Okay, so I kind of want it to spit this way. So what I'll do is I'll put a wood block here, and then so what that'll do is that will, so when this, oh god damn it. So this will funnel down, that'll shoot it into that little space there and land in the hopper, and then it should automatically go down as wood planks. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up here and see what happens. So these should be our two outputs right here, there and there. This should have just wood blocks, and this should have wood planks. We got 14 wood blocks out of 24. Okay, so now I understand why. And obviously we didn't get to see the quantity, but obviously it worked, so. Because there was stuff that came out of it, we just didn't get to see how much. Okay. So from here is when we feed down into a furnace system. Oh, okay. Hey, buddy. Okay, so I went ahead and rejiggered it a little bit. Basically, having that extra chest sticking out there was only for the test run. Feeding it down straight through a piping system into a furnace is optimal. So Now I need to get it to go from this chest into a furnace. I have a furnace here. I just need to figure out where exactly it's going to be placed. Because here should be nothing but wood planks, here should be nothing but wood blocks. And the goal is to have a furnace that that cooks everything for me. Just a little bit of extra space for me to be able to work. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there, and then I don't know if that's going to work or not, but then I would like no, I need to okay.
What are you doing, Noah?
Just licking yourself? Good God. That's how noisy you can be when you're just licking? Hey, stop it. Okay, I'm gonna go get a little bit of sleep. Oh. All right. So if I have everything hooked up correctly, I should be able to put wood blocks directly in the top, and then it'll all funnel down and start cooking. I should have no wood in the system currently. Okay, so that's not going in the right spot. Okay, so I think what happened was I just have all these going into the wrong spots. So for over here, I went straight down to the top. That might be my issue. I was going straight down to the top for the top load. Okay, so if I do that instead, will it work? It seems like it's working. And then as soon as that's done, it should appear in here. So I should have nothing but charcoal coming out into here. Nice. Okay, so now that I have that going, I can rebuild this system. And so I'll probably just have a 1-to-1 ratio because this needs constant charcoal. This coal is lasting a really long time. I need to go ahead and make myself a shovel. Come back here, little hopper. So now the main things I need is just a tree farm, and then I can keep digging at my stone farm. And between those two things, I should be really well off. The only things that way I could really improve that system from there, I mean, unless there's a way I can auto harvest trees and auto harvest stone, is if I can build a railway system to transport from where my trees are cut and from where my stone is cut. So then, because I don't pick up the stone, I do pick up the trees, but I don't pick up the stone. So that can just immediately be shipped out if it can be done. I just don't know how to do that. I haven't worked with railways very much either. I'm just figuring this all out from scratch, really. So I'm going to go ahead and use the shovel. I'm going to dig out, and I'm going to go ahead and move the production of stone over to here. And then what I can do is I can ramp up the production of stone. I mean, it only takes 3 hoppers and a bunch of chests and a furnace to do stone. And this is making way more, making a ton of charcoal, and charcoal doesn't take long to, it takes a while before it, gets used up. So if I can, I'm trying to think. This, I would have to add a lot more infrastructure if I was going to do, if I were to split this between more than one furnace. So I think I could do probably 2 furnaces to 1 of these. So a 2-to-1 ratio, and then if I want to have another one, I'd build just a whole separate system. Because the space that would take up to try to add all these repeaters, to add in all of that infrastructure just to have it split into more furnaces, when this only produces so much coal to really support 2 probably, it just doesn't seem worthwhile to me. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and dig this out. So where this is right now is where that would be. So I need 3 blocks beneath that level. And I would need to be able to go a block over, 2 blocks over. So 1, 2, and I'll give myself an extra one, and then I'll put a wood backer so it looks pretty. Okay, and I said down 3 from there? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, got it, okay. Okay. Oh no, that's wrong. Come on. So I want to have a little bit of separation there. No. I'm gonna have to go get another furnace. I mean, I don't have to break this one down per se. Well, I am gonna have 2 over there, so I really don't need. That was a lot of XP. It's been burning at that for a while. All right, and then, oh, I used up my last hopper. I need to get these ones from over here. And what I can do is I can use a crafting bench to Let me think about things before I say anything more. Okay, so I want to, it's going down and over, this is going straight down. And this is the stone input. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there, this stuff in there, and it'll start loading that up. Oh shit, it's already going. So I'll go ahead and okay, so that's loading in there. Okay. They're staying. Why won't they connect? It's kind of odd. There it goes. Okay, so and then what I'll do is I'll come down to here into another furnace, but I can't do a furnace there because you know what, I'm just going to do 1-to-1 for now, and then I'll do an upgrade at some point in the future. Right now, it just seems like I'm trying to do too much at once. Okay, so right now I have I'm gonna look at this really quick before I go. Okay, I have a chest that I just put wood in. Wood becomes wood planks. Wood planks burn the wood to turn into charcoal there. Charcoal then is fed down into the machine, into this furnace, where this stone also goes down to the furnace and to create stone, just regular stone blocks. I'm gonna go ahead and put a second block on there because I'm making a lot of it. Over here, I have my farm. My farm is pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna go ahead and chuck that stuff in there. Wait, no, what am I doing? I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. I don't need to do all this right now. I have another 45 minutes that I'm gonna be doing on this stream today. So, did I say I wanted to pet you right now? Yeah, of course I did. Come on. Come on. Puppy love break. Puppy love break. Puppy love. Puppy love. Oh. You guys are good. You are really good. Now hop down. Hop down. Hop down. Hop down. I gotta get my stuff done. It's daytime. Burning daylight. Alright, so back to what we were doing. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some bread. So I need to transfer the rest of the cobblestone over because there was a bunch in the hopper that I disrupted. Then there's a bunch somewhere else. No, there's not. Apparently, we've already burned through most of the cobblestone with the automatic shit. So I do know that I have a bunch of. I have one of them left. Okay. Okay, so there really wasn't that much spare wood planks, but if I ever need wood planks, I know where to get them. I'll just leave it there. So what I need to do is I need to make that more accessible. That's one thing I can do. And if I build a housing for the rest of it, I'd love to have all of it except for... Oh, no! Motherfucker! How long did it take me to do this shit? Oh. Oh, I only need one of those. Whew, I'm kind of mad right now. Okay. Oh, I didn't need to do that, good lord. I crouched down and, like, missed because I crouched. Okay, everything's working again. No thanks to you, Mr. Creeper. God damn it. God. I'm having a great time. I'm having a fantastic time. Okay, so what I need to do is, like I was saying before I got blown up, I need to make a housing for all that. Oh, there's cobblestone in there. That does not belong in there. Is there cobblestone left in here? Is there anything left in here? No. Okay, so that's all stone. Can I make anything out of just regular stone? Because I don't want to use nice stone brick on that. Might as well use something nice because it's a production facility. You can go ahead and dump a lot of this extra stuff that's been clogging my inventory. It's making me stressed out. Okay. I know, I got rid of a lot more than I needed to, but it had to be done. Alright, just like that, we have a ton of stone bricks. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig out one, I want to leave a room down here. I want it to be accessible, so in case there's any upgrades need to be done in the future, or if anything gets broken, I can get in there and fix it easily. I'm going to go get a shovel. I really don't have much left on that shovel, do I? I only need it for a few hits, so hopefully it will last that long. You know what? I kind of want to make glass, so I can have a glass floor to see into this room here. And so I'll leave that section of the floor open so I can do the input easily. And then what I'll do is anytime I need stone, I'll just come down here to this room. And why is there a shit ton of all that? Probably because when the thing blew up, dropped all into there. I was wondering where all the charcoal, all the cobble went, because I was pretty sure I'd used it all. It hadn't all been used, I mean. Okay, so I'll leave that open. Oh, I was gonna do glass there, but anyway, I'll come back and do glass here in a little bit. going to go ahead and get a pickaxe and a new shovel. Pickaxe out here. I'll get one. Maybe just my diamond one. I haven't really used it for anything. Ugh. Okay. Just chucking shit on the ground now. Okay. There's my copper. I've been using primarily copper for my tools just because I don't want to waste all of my nice materials on tools that I know I'm just going to break here in a very short time. There's some wood. Okay. So I instantly used a block here that I didn't want to use, and then I wanted to dig out the ceiling and have it be glass down here, because I just thought that would be cool. Okay, and then I'll dig out this so I can have a door here that, you know, and have basically an area that does look presentable. Not like I'm having guests over or anything, but like I'm stuck looking at this shit pile. I might as well look halfway decent. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just do a nice little stairway down. And then I'll make some stairs. I need some stairs. We'll see if that's enough. I don't want to use up all of my stuff on stairs. Well, it's not going to be enough if I do stuff like that. Okay. God damn it. Okay, and I'll go ahead and go ahead and get some sleep again. All right. I'm going to destroy this back wall so I can build, you know, a stone wall on that side as well. Now that I don't need to reach up and access all this stuff, I'm going to enclose it completely in stone. No, I'll just do it in glass because it is kind of cool to look at. So what I'll do is I'm gonna build like a shop floor. This is gonna be like a factory floor almost. And then I'll have framing pillars. Oh shit. I keep on mixing up the crouch and... Anyway, I keep mixing the two up because I'm used to playing other games where sprint is... Well, it's not on shift. Let's put it that way. Okay, and I need a 2 wide stairway going up here. Okay, 1, 2. Jeez. Okay. So I'll be able to put wood directly up there, and then stone directly in there. And this will all be, I'm going to have a little bit of a glass walkway around the edge, so it should be a little bit nicer to get around to. I might that be an open walkway. This is going to have to be open. I need to get some glass going so that I can kind of figure out where all the boundaries are going to lay. Okay. Still working really hard. Okay. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. I need cobblestone. Oh wait, I have furnaces inside it. Here, take my pickaxe. Take it. Go ahead and throw some more iron in there. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out next is how I can, because I want to have an auto craft system as well for stone blocks, which should be as simple as, because I mean, in the crafting table, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's a stone block. So the crafter should be able to do that, no problem. I need... Oh, that was in a specific pack. It wasn't... Maybe I just don't have enough for it. I don't know. Oh no, it is in this one. Because I prefer to use glass panes if possible, for the walls at least. That's the downside of glass. Well, this is definitely not going to be like a castle-like structure, but it will fit in a lot better than just a structure that's just kind of randomly there producing a bunch of stuff. Okay. Go ahead and grab that sand, I guess, and throw it in. No point in not. I didn't mean to do that one. I was looking the wrong direction. Ow. Another reason to have floors. So I'll probably just have it, I'll have it come out one more block. Let's see. No, one block is too much there. So I'll just have it, it'll be one block there in the center, then two, and then three. Just gonna wait for that to be done, then we'll go do that, and then, I don't know, we're getting towards the end of the stream, so I'm trying to just figure out what to do, what I have time to do. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted there. It gives you a little bit of space to walk, and then you can still get down the stairs, and I still have a massive hole in the wall. All right. All right, so I think, go ahead and throw that cobblestone in there, because I know it's probably close to done. We have any more chests? I want to store all this stone block in a place where it's easily accessible. one of these extra ones. Ideally, what I'd like is for there to be a storage unit just filled with stone block by the time I start building. That would be ideal. Obviously, we're a little far off from that. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get there. But what I'd like is, so this box right here will have all the stone in it for us to be able to make stone blocks. So what I want is to put another crafter down there to craft them, and then use a railway system to bring it up and deposit it up into a storage area. So then all I'm doing is adding stuff here. If I'm putting in stone, I'm putting in wood to feed the system, and then I get stone blocks out of it, and I don't have to touch it ever. I'm just gonna throw something in there with 4 blocks of space and see what spits out. So every time it receives a signal, it just spits that out. Okay, so if I have a crafter that is like that, it should be fine. I don't want to get blown up, so I'm going to get a little more sleep. Then I'm going to do a bit more. I'm going to plant a bunch of trees and do a bunch of digging for next. So for next time, we have a good quantity of materials going through, and then maybe we can actually start building or laying out the layout for the actual castle. Okay. First, I think I want to. So it is 7:38 my time, which means I have about 20 minutes before I want to stop so that I can get ready for work and get a little bit more sleep before I head out. So with coal, it's a little bit different. Obviously, coal doesn't match with charcoal. So once that stack is empty, the coal will automatically filter in. So if I ever want to add coal, I just come down here and put it in that box, which is, it's not, perfect system because I'm basing this off of fully a charcoal automation, but it's a better system than nothing. Okay, so I need to make a bunch of pickaxes. I don't want to just use I have like a bunch of iron in there too. Cool. I don't want to just use my copper ones. I want to use my regular ones as well. So first, I'm going to cut down the rest of my trees and then plant a whole ton. And then once I'm done with that, I'll come back. I don't see any more trees in there. I need to figure out what my tallest tree size is so I can build like a roof and build an actual like. God damn it! Not again. Where's my sword? It was 4 of you this time. Cool, I now have another one. One to the other side of my door. Oh, welcome back. When you said family dinner, I thought you meant like Red Robin or something. I have 2. It's a factory. So I figured out the system for separating down and separating down the charcoal. So the wood I have wood blocks that go in there. It filters down and goes in and just straight down to the system. Whereas I have, oh good god, I have repeaters for both the crafter. Ooh, taco dinner, nice. So I'll try to go from up here. So this monitors how fast that does it. I'm not being able to get a full 1-to-4 ratio like I wanted, but it's like like 1 in 3 goes through here instead. This then monitors the crafter, activates that, and then the wood planks and the charcoal go down into there, where obviously I don't have any wood going through the system right now, but you know, it is what it is. But if I ever need extra wood, I know where to find it. So anyway, and then I went ahead and stuck so I just put cobblestone into there, it feeds down into here, and then I get stone out of here. What my next plan is I want to attach a crafter to that to just automatically make stone blocks, and then a railway system to bring it up and put it into a storage area so that I can just have a warehouse full of it at any given time. So that's my thought process so far. That's how far I got while you were gone. My next goal was I was going to go ahead and just dig out a whole bunch of trees, start a tree farm, and then spend the rest of the time that I have available just digging out wood for the farm. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks high so I'll probably do 8 blocks high for the actual farm roof. And the reason I do I'll do a roof is because it prevents these kinds of trees from forming. So I can just walk through and cut down all the trees very quickly without having any sort of anything else be getting in the way or causing issues. It is not a sightly thing, but it works well from my experience. I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here next to this farm. These have trees, so I don't really want it there. But I don't want it too far from there either, so I'll just put it on the other side of this tree. And if I can get, I have an arrow in my shoulder. Oh, good God. Another thing that I need for the tree farm is I put a torch in between every one of the trees, and that ensures that even when all the trees are growing, they all still have adequate light, because a tree won't grow at night. It won't grow in the darkness. Same rules as, in the daytime, as in real life. Okay, so probably I want this to be a decent size because this is going to be feeding 100% of the coal for. Wait, that was how high? It was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then do one more for the roof. I'm not gonna have enough to finish this roof. Why are you dogs so evil? Get off me. You have no boundaries. None. No boundaries. Get down. Get off of me. What is the deep dark? That is something I haven't heard of yet. Like when I tell you I'm out of the loop on this stuff, I'm out of the loop. Dogs, you're gonna make me have to go to Home Depot and build myself a little enclave for streaming in. I'm already thinking about doing that. Like literally, I'm just thinking of just going to. That doesn't sound fun or fair. So you guys just, after I left, you just guys got into straight horror. Okay, that's cool. I didn't realize me leaving was such a traumatizing experience. Good God. Were you trying to turn me into PewDiePie or something like that? Is he even still like making videos? Because I remember I used to watch him before I moved. I haven't watched him since. I have no idea if he's even still making videos. Most of the people I used to watch are either don't make videos or anymore, or Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, you went full nutso cuckoo. Alright. I knew I wouldn't have enough. Ow! I need to go back and get a bunch of torches anyway, so. Do I have any? I do have charcoal left. Oh, there's a bunch more iron. I love it when I just find iron that I didn't know I had. Oh. I got 10 minutes left, buddy. Can you wait for another 10 minutes? Can you stop it? I'm not playing. Mostly retired. Yeah, I figure he is. I mean, honestly, after he got married, he had everything he wanted in life. He didn't need YouTube anymore. You know? Like, why would he want to be constantly beat up on publicly? I mean, that's pretty much all that happened. Like, people just treated him like shit. Which sucks, you know? Because he was a really fun guy to watch, but then just got treated horribly for it. Oh, I needed wood. But I'm glad that he's, you know, doing something, you know, fun and enjoyable and being able to live out the rest of his life, you know. I mean, he has a lot of life left. I mean, he was a very young guy, honestly. Especially for how much money he had. It's kind of ridiculous. I will miss Pew News, though. With Poppy Gloria. Oh, God. I would fill in all the extra gaps, but I really don't feel like it. I went way too far. Yeah, he was doing Pew News still by the time I stopped watching him. I mean, he had all around just fun to watch content and personality. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think anybody will ever reach the same level as he did, just because one, he got started at the right time. Two, he had just the best kind of content, but then at the same time, he continued to grow that content and somehow stayed unique and ahead of the curve. And I don't think anybody else is going to be able to repeat that. I don't think it's going to happen. Sadly, I think the era of oh god, Mr. Frickin' Beast. Honestly, his content kind of drives me nuts, if I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not that it's bad content. It's just that it's the same content over and over again. And I feel like the only reason people really watch it is because they're like, ooh, that could be me. You know? Not like it's bad content. It's just, it makes me wonder at the people's motivations for watching. Yeah, that's literally the only thing that's popular nowadays is people, pushing, oh, this is how you make money on YouTube. This is how you get rich quick. This is all that shit. It's so sad because we had a golden era where it was freedom of information, freedom of expression, but in a really positive way. But now it's just all about money, 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 money. Not like it wasn't about money before, but it was money based on let's make excellent content, and then people will find me because I'm doing a great thing, not because I'm making 2 videos a day and live streaming for hours and hours on end. Sammy, that is for washing your body, not for you to chew on. As soon as my check comes in on Friday, I am buying them something to play with because they're starting to get bored enough that they're starting to chew up stuff that they shouldn't chew on. Whereas before it was just oh, we're out of our kennels, it's great, let's just play. Now they just want to chew on shit. Which I'm happy they're doing something, but so I think I'll put any extra trees out here. Oh shit, I didn't finish this. Because I still want to grow a nice big forest. I still want to have a forest area that looks good, because especially since I want to kind of cover that area up. People enjoy hanging out with Doc because there doesn't channels like his. People only watch him because of the tutorials as well. Can't have just a comfort streamer. Yep, totally. I agree. You have to have you have to add some value. The problem is that it's so easy to get oh, people will click through your stuff because you have so much of it. So you get people who they do make money because they have mass-produced videos, which sucks. So the only way you can get views is either having really that genuinely good content like Doc has, where it's just there's a cost that he puts out to put that content out, where there's a value that people retain from it. They can do something with the knowledge. Yeah, don't hit my drawers and stop chewing on that, Sam. I have to go take it away from him if he doesn't listen. Because that's it's the scrub. Yeah, it's like a glove with like a scrub pad on it, so I can clean their fur. Sam, that is enough. Sam, Kitty, can you give that to me? No, this place echoes. Sam, come here. You're safe. Those people aren't coming in here. We have a locked door. Don't worry. Knock it off. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm safe. You're safe. We're fine. You're okay. All right? Mwah. I love you, buddy. Hey, stop it. I don't want to hear that. I'm in the middle of streaming. Do I have to start paneling you while I stream? I don't want to do that. I like having you out. Hey. No. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. I'm not gonna be able to finish what I'm doing because the dogs won't stop barking. See? Good boy. Good boy. Now lay down. Lay down. Can you lay down? You just whacked my computer with your nose so freaking hard. Hey. No. Sam, knock it off or I'm kenneling you. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to kennel him. Or put him in the back room for like 5 minutes or something, I don't know. He isn't used to having the noise of people he doesn't recognize. Like he's used to being in a house where it's just the four of us, you know. It can be done. Yeah, he's used to being in a house where it's just, you know, the people he knows around. And even then he would bark sometimes. He just doesn't like the unknown noises, and we're in an apartment where people walk by all the time. He's gonna hear unknown noises. It's just gonna happen. Well, I think I've gotten all I need on the tree front for now. Cut down the rest of those small trees later on. And he's doing pretty good so far. So this is exactly how it's supposed to work. You see there's like 3 trees in a row. That does not happen natively, and it would not happen if I didn't have all these torches here. So just having the light and once you have the torches there, it's really easy to place all of them because it just automatically goes where your cursor points. Yeah, I think that would be fun too. I mean, I don't think I've ever survived more than like 20 minutes in a hardcore game. But we'll see how it goes. Okay. I am supposed to be finishing up the stream soon, but I did want to finish fleshing out that this farm, and then I thought I would have enough with the trees that I collected. And then once I'm done with that, I'm hoping that I can get some time to harvest. Drop those in there. So you see that's making that, and this one is just going straight down. You don't even see it in there. See, it's just going straight down into there. So it's moving pretty quick. It's been really nice not having to worry about that, because I could manually load all that stuff, but it would just take way too long. Yeah, the only thing I wish is that I could find a way to make it so that the same places I'm loading it in is the same location where loading in the wood is the same location I'm putting in the stone. I wish there was a way I could do that, but with the height differential, I don't really know if I could do that properly. Anyway, if I put one of them like abnormally and unreasonably high, I could have them at the same spot, but then I'd be building like a big tall factory tower, and I don't want to have that. I want to have it as minimal as possible, so the only way I can do that is by having it low to the ground and having them go into different places. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna get you food in a little bit, okay? I always get you food before I leave for work. What is that? Hey, that is your stomach medicine. Stop carrying that around. An auto smelter? So I pretty much just jumped right into Doc's 40-hour episode, 40-hour stream, or whatever it was. 40 hours of Minecrafting. I have no idea how long I played on this map. I'm sure I could find out, but I just don't know how long I've been on it. And most of my time wasn't spent doing this. I didn't really think of, this as a possibility. I just thought, oh, just need to quarry it done. Okay. So that should be the rest of it. I just need to get all these saplings. Well, it sure helps that you were able to, that you've literally already done it, so that you were able to help out a little bit with figuring this stuff out. But I'm glad that I was able to figure out at least some of it on my own, because this used to be my thing, and now it feels like I just can't do it as well as I used to. So that dog. Well, I just need one more sapling, and then the rest, and that area, like, once I cut down all the trees, it should spawn enough saplings to propagate itself. And not by like auto planting, but like it'll work very, it'll produce enough trees that I don't have to grow my own. One I just planted grew, good lord. But I won't have to do this anymore, and then all the rest of the trees that I put out should just be, just be decorative, basically. Really? I need a couch, and I need a bunch of extra dog beds, and I need a lot more furnishings in this place because these dogs could use some relaxing space. Oh, I'm putting that in the hopper. No, I'm not. I'm good. Okay. So I gotten all that done. The tree farm is well on its way. I'm going to go ahead and use up my pickaxes on digging out eventually I'll probably spend a lot more time on this, like probably another, I'll probably end up spending probably about an hour or two just doing this to try to get as much material on hand as possible. Yeah, so what I'm planning is I want to furnish this place, but then I also want to build like a frame, like a half-inch frame, not half-inch, like the inch and a half, like the 2x2s. I want to frame in a wall of 2x2s around my streaming area, so I can put up sound paneling and so I can insulate it. And that will help me with decorating as well. It'll help me like create a specific ambience that I want for this area. And then on top of that, it'll help the sound. So it'll help a lot with the aesthetic and the audio quality of the stream. The rest of the stuff is just going to be me improving my ability on screen, interacting with people. What, framing in, or? Because I don't remember framing anything in, but I do remember like going into like the closet or into that little office downstairs, or putting up the curtain or whatever to sort of close off the space. Oh, I thought it was Gary who did that because you talked about him doing it for his channel. I don't remember doing that. That's weird. Anyway, just odd that I can't remember doing that. I just figure if I'm going to do this, I want to do it, if I want to make this happen, make something happen, I want to go all in and, figure out a way to do that and make it look good and make my quality as good as the top people. Because the only way I'm going to be able to compete is if I have the same quality as they do, and then I can work on everything else. Gotcha. Okay. So maybe that's why I don't remember it. Yeah, mostly here, just because there's so much empty space. Like I have a closet, but right now because of me working, that's where the dog kennels are, and where I have to store or I will be storing a lot of my tools once I get them cleaned up and sell off the old ones. But I would actually consider changing my plans and just using the closet, because then I could easily hang up panels, decorate that little space, and if there was a plug in there too, I could have easily ran my computer in there. But then where would all my other stuff go? I did actually see like a nice like garage style plastic shelving unit cabinet with like doors. Oh, I thought about that too. I thought, oh man, I could put a little like some of that HVAC piping into it and put a fan on it, and like with a filter and everything, so that I can have like a good airflow coming through. And I thought, oh, I could also put a heater outside of it, just in case it gets too cold. But with this apartment, like it's easy to get too hot in this apartment. Like right now, I don't even know what my temperature is set to. You stop chewing on that bike. Oh, jeez. So the temperatures, I have it set for 62, but the heaters, like I don't know how to put the heater on just like automatic. I have it set for 62 because it just stays at 70, and I can't get it to come down without just turning the heat off. But like right now, I feel comfortable at 70, so I don't really need a heater. But what I'm thinking is just for now, I don't want to like box myself in. I don't want a room. I was just thinking like a wall that I can move out of the way once I'm done, so I can go in and out as I want to. But eventually, I might have to just close it off completely, basically build a room so that I can completely control the sound and and the time frame that I'm in there and everything. Okay, we'll throw all this in the chest. Yeah, I agree. I agree partially. Only because right now I have a lot more ability to put my time into how it looks, just because of the situation I'm in. It's easier for me to, because when you're trying to make the content, you have to sit down, you have to edit, you have to do that whole process. Whereas if I want to focus on how it looks, I can spend 10 or 15 minutes just poking around, cleaning things up, putting up a frame, whatever. Framing stuff for me is very easy. That's all stuff that I'm going to do eventually regardless. And so it's just a matter of figuring out what's priority right this second. And so that's where I haven't really, put in the time yet to figure all that out for myself. Either way, I do want to have the sound do better, and I do want to I want the sound to be better, and I want to get all that out. And I want to set a schedule for when I can produce content. The issue I'm having is when I record, my recordings are not coming out smooth. It's choppy. This frames jump. The audio jumps. The audio is actually the audio is pretty consistent, and the frames jump. So then I'll be watching audio of something that is frozen, and then it'll speed up and go really fast to catch up, and then it'll be together, and it's just not great. Yeah, I had it set to do this. So I am going to wrap up the stream here in a sec. But I will say right now I have the same settings set for my stream as I do my recording. I just had like this running at 720p. My bit rate, I set it lower than the recommended amount just because I wanted to have a smooth recording over having the most excellent, viewing experience, I guess. I don't know exactly how to put that. Oh wow, that grew very fast. I'm gonna look over and look at that. My hope is that once I want to get a wired connection. Wait another day, and then this will be great. One, I want to get a wired connection. I believe that's going to help with latency a lot. And then once I have the latency figured out, Sam, no. Good God. Once I had the latency figured out, which I believe it's, if I was wired, it would be a lot better. Because right now I'm running on Wi-Fi. That's what I'm doing all of this on. So once I'm wired, I then want to look at, what limiters I have on my computer. And my graphics card is an issue because I'm having to render the stream on locally before I send it out. So I do want to improve that because I don't want to just play Minecraft all the time, although Minecraft is fun. I do want to be able to play other games. Right now I'm kind of limited. I can't. My graphics card struggles trying to render a stream and play like a game like Fortnite or anything realistic at the same time. So I need to take some time to either figure out what it's going to take to buy a better computer or figure out what kind of graphics card would work with this system that would be of a better quality. I'm thinking I need probably at least a 3000 series. I've had my eye on a 3070, but I don't even know if that would be enough considering, the 1060 is way far behind what I remember it being. I remember being able to play everything with my 1060 back in the day, 7 years ago, and it did everything great, including like Fortnite, which now it can barely get, the polygon count is horrible and the pixels are massive and, it can't do anything. So anyway, so those are some of the goals going forward. I am going to go ahead and end the stream there. Okay, well, if you think a 3070 will be good, then I'll probably upgrade this computer to a 3070 and run with it for a while because I can get a 3070. Yeah, I see people with like 5070s and like they are to me what a 2070 was when I quit. A 2070 when I quit, I literally I upgraded to a 2070 from a 1080 Ti, and I saw no functional difference because I could run anything on the best graphics with 1080 Ti, and I could still run everything on the best graphics with a 2070. And I'm just like, right now I don't need that, so I ended up selling the 2070 and kept the 1080 Ti, and then I traded out the 1080 Ti for a 1060 because it was still just as good, and I was moving anyway, and I wasn't going to be streaming anymore. Anyway. So as of right now, I think that what I'll do is I'll do a 3070 for this PC, and then with an idea that I'm going to build a new one later on, and this will become the stream PC later. Because I don't have a lot of infrastructure up here, I don't have a lot of support up here, so a lot of I'm gonna have to be able to control all that on my end. So I'll need an extra PC basically to help with that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call that for a day. I hope you guys had a good time watching. I had a great time, except for when that creeper blew me up right as I finished building that freaking machine. If you didn't get to see that because you were off having dinner with the family and eating tacos, you can go back through the VOD and see it there. So I will talk to you guys next time. Probably, since today was Tuesday and I usually try to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I might end up streaming tomorrow for a short time, but I'm not gonna. No, I think I remember that I was gonna play Minecraft on Wednesday, so I might be streaming tomorrow. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a great time, and bye.